Okay, chapter 12, driving in adverse conditions. First one is reduced visibility. So reduced visibility means the driver needs more time for the IPD process and apply the zone control driving techniques. You can see how foggy it is in the picture there. So what else? Slow down to give yourself more time. Scan to identify hazards early. With reduced vision, predict other roadway users may enter your path of travel. Position your vehicle early with extra space cushion, and execute a driving action gently to maintain control of your vehicle. Your vehicle windows, keep your vehicle windows clean so you have a good line of sight so you can see. If you can't see out your window, it's going to cause you trouble. When you have moisture build up, make sure you turn on the defroster, know where the defroster is at, front and rear, and use the air conditioning and the heater if it will help. The rule for windows is always keep it clean. Sun glare, at times, sun glare can create severe and blinding glare conditions. So when you use the sun visor, sometimes wear sunglasses. Avoid looking directly into the sun. Other drivers may miss your signal when the sun is behind you. By driving with low beam headlights on all of the time, you can help other drivers see you. So always recommend having your low beam headlights on all the time. You can't see any better, but other cars can see you. At dawn and dusk, so at dawn, that's when the sun's coming up, and then dusk when the sun's going down, can create dangerous situations. Low visual contrast between moving vehicles and the driving scene can be deceiving. Driving at night is the hardest to drive a vehicle. Low levels of light limit your ability to use the IPDE process. Headlights, use high beam when possible, low beam when approached by another vehicle or being passed, or when to follow another vehicle. Use low beam when driving in fog or heavy smoke conditions. So the only time you use your high beam headlights is when you're driving at night when no other car is around. You should not use your high beam headlights during fog. You should not use your high beam headlights, during bad weather, snow or ice, because the water particles reflect back to you. So only time you can use high beam headlights, typically on the highway when no other car is around. So always use low beam in bad weather, snow, fog, or heavy rain. High beam will reflect more light back into your eyes and you will see less. Meeting other vehicles who fail to use low beam, briefly flick your headlights. If there's no change, move to lane position 3 and then glance at the right edge of the roadway. Don't look into the stare of the headlights because you could be blinded for up to 3 seconds instead of the one if you look away quickly. During fog, use low beam headlights. Why? When you use your high beams, it reflects and blinds you as the driver. Fog also reduces your ability to judge distances. Be prepared to park safely off the highway. 5 rules for driving in the rain. Make sure your wipers are on, keep your windshield clear, use low beam headlights, reduce your speed, and if necessary, be prepared to pull off the highway. And during snow, drive slow and steer carefully. Snow reduces your vision, covers the roadway markings. Ice can build up on your windshield. Keep your windshield, headlights, and taillights clean. Be prepared to slow and steer carefully. Keep windows, headlights, and taillights free of snow and slush. Consider delaying travel until roads and weather conditions improve. Sometimes the roads are just so bad, they're hazardous, you don't drive at all, you just stay home, cancel whatever you need to do. Wet roadways, when rain starts, the water mixes with dust and oil, roads become very slippery, so you want to reduce your speed. Hydroplaning means the tire loses contact and by rising up on top of the water. Two rules for not hydroplaning is reducing your speed and using properly inflated tires with good tread. Hydroplaning is caused by a combination of standing water, speed, and tire conditions. Steps for driving in deep water. If you don't know how deep it is, don't drive through it. Floods cause more deaths than any other weather condition, and 60% are vehicle related. So estimate water depth. Watch other vehicles. Don't enter if it touches the bottom of your vehicle. If it's just, if you have to go through it, it's just drive slowly. If it's over the rims, drive on high center of the road and avoid the soft edge. Apply light brake pressure with left foot to build friction and heat on your brake pads. Leaving water, check brakes if it pulls or won't stop. Drive slowly, applying the brakes to drive them out. So general rule is, don't drive through any kind of water, because you don't know how high it is, what's the current, what's underneath of it. Maybe there's not even a road. If you're, driving down the city street and you happen to, the water starts to rise up and get over your rims, drive slow so you don't flood out your car. And then there's a picture of, some flash flooding in a street, right? So this is not when you're like, messing around driving next to a river or something. This would be like it just so happened as you're driving along. So go slow. Some driving techniques for snow: gentle acceleration, steering, and braking are the keys. Use all season tires to improve traction. So if you do get stuck in snow, you can rock the vehicle, drive a little forward, then back, and repeat the sequence. And it shows you there the proper way to rock your vehicle out. So ice, squeeze your brakes lightly to check your traction. And then the bridges become the iciest first. So be careful on bridges, on overpasses, because cold air circulates above and below the bridge. And you have black ice, which is thin, invisible sheets of ice. Just go slow. So gravel roads and skidding. Gravel is going to affect your traction. Your chances of skidding will always increase in low traction situations. In extreme reduced traction situation, your tires may lose all or part of the grip and cause a skid. If your vehicle skids left, you should steer to the right. Over power skid, over braking skid, front wheel skid. We're going to talk about some of these. So understeer situation is when you do not turn the steering wheel enough. An oversteer situation is when you turn the wheel too much. Which of these do young drivers tend to do? Fishtailing is sliding of the rear of a vehicle from side to side. Controlled braking is reducing speed as quickly as possible while maintaining steering control of a vehicle. 3 rules for fishtailing: release the accelerator or the brake, whatever it's causing you to do it. Steer precisely in the direction you want to go. Keep on track with the front of your vehicle, even through the rear will continue to fishtail. Controlled braking: with the heel on the floor, put your foot on the brake pedal. Press hard enough to slow your car without locking the wheels. If your wheels lock up, just let enough to let the wheels start rolling, using this process until you come to a full stop. Now, these are older cars. I'd say these are probably mid-80s cars. Newer cars have ABS braking, and you don't have to worry about locking up the brakes. So ABS stands for anti-lock braking system. Allows you to use the brakes hard and as you want and still turn the wheel. So you can see the little symbol right there when you start the car, ABS braking. So ABS braking, just press hard on the brake and it doesn't let the tires lock up, and you're fine. If you hear a little crunching noise, don't change what you're doing. That just means the ABS is working. Other adverse weather conditions: strong winds, hot weather, cold weather, carbon monoxide. The temperature light or gauge tells you that the engine run is too hot. Carbon monoxide gas is created when your engine runs. So don't ever start your vehicle inside of the garage with the garage door down. And then if your car would get stuck in snow, make sure that the tailpipe is not in the snow, or turn the car off. Tips for smooth winter driving. Listen to traffic. Keep your windows clean. Go slower. Longer following distance. You can't drive the same in July as you're going to drive in January. Try to keep moving in snow. Avoid cruise control. So that's chapter 12, driving in adverse conditions.